I'm 22 years old and just got the news I'm dying. I want my friend to adopt my daughter, but I feel guilty about asking her to take on this responsibility. Stage 4 lung cancer. The doctor said I have months, maybe 6 if I'm lucky. Turns out smoking 3 packs a day since I was 15 was a bad idea. I know, stupid. I just didn't think it would catch up to me this fast. My daughter is 3 years old. Her name doesn't matter for this story. What matters is she's everything good I've ever done in my life, and when I'm gone she'll have nobody. I grew up in the foster care system, aged out at 18 with nothing but a garbage bag of clothes and $200 to my name. No family, no support system, no one to call when things got hard. I made every mistake a person could make, and I swore my daughter would never end up like me. Her father is in prison. The charges are so serious that even if he got out tomorrow, he'd never be legally allowed near her. So that's not an option. Right now when I go to work, I leave her with an elderly neighbor who can't even remember her name. We live in a bad area. The kind where you hear things at night you pretend you didn't hear. I have maybe $1,100 in savings. That's it. That's her entire inheritance. But I do have one idea. One person who might be able to help. My coworker. She's everything I'm not. She's their top performer. Makes serious money. Has a husband who works from home. A 6-year-old son. A house with guest rooms. Plural. She's kind and patient and exactly the type of mother I wish I could have been. But here's the thing that's been eating me alive. My coworker and her family are black. Me and my daughter are white. Like blue eyes and sunburn after 10 minutes outside white. I grew up in foster care. I saw what happened to kids placed with families of different races. The comments from strangers. The stares in restaurants. One girl I knew got screamed at by some old woman in public and it turned into a whole scene. How could I ask her family to deal with that? How could I burden them with my problems and then add racism on top of it? But then I think about my daughter growing up in the system, bouncing from home to home like I did, aging out with nothing, becoming me. I can't let that happen. So I asked her to meet me at this little bakery near work. $4 coffee and day-old pastries. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely hold my cup. I told her about the diagnosis. First person at work I'd told. She started crying before I could even finish. Then I asked her, would you ever consider adopting my daughter when I'm gone? She went completely still. Said she couldn't answer right then. She needed to talk to her husband. I understood. A few days later she called. Her and her husband talked it over. They do this thing where after big decisions they wait a week to see if they still feel the same way. But they had an idea. A trial month. Every morning I'd drop my daughter off 2 hours early. Her husband would watch her while he worked from home. Their son could get to know her, see if it felt right. First day was rough. My daughter was terrified. Wouldn't make eye contact with anyone. Just sat in the corner watching their son play. Her husband said it was okay. First days are always hard. By day 3 she was sitting closer. By week 2 she was laughing. Actually laughing. Running through their house. Playing with their son. Happier than I'd seen her in months. Maybe ever. They invited us for Christmas. I'd never seen anything like it. 5 trees in one house. Presents stacked so high my daughter's eyes went wide like she didn't understand what she was looking at. I made her something special. A Build-A-Bear bunny. Inside I recorded my voice telling her that no matter what happens, I love her and I'll always be watching over her. She sleeps with it every single night now. I've also been making emails, pre-recorded videos for her birthdays, her first rush, prom, first job, graduation. Most of them are basically don't make the mistakes I made, but at least she'll hear my voice. Last week my coworker asked me to sit down. Her husband was there. Their son was on the couch. My daughter was curled up in his lap like she'd always belonged there, like she'd been part of their family her whole life. My coworker grabbed both my hands, looked me right in the eyes, and said, "We made our decision. She's already ours. And honestly, so are you. We want you both to move in. You can help us set up her room, show us what foods she likes, be here for her as long as you can." I tried to say no. They were already doing too much, but she wouldn't hear it. I spent my entire life with no one. No family, no support, no safety net. I failed at almost everything I ever tried. But my daughter is going to grow up in a house with 5 Christmas trees, with parents who wanted her, with a big brother who already loves her. She's going to have the life I never got to have. I'm dying. But for the first time in my life, I'm not scared, because I'm not leaving her with nothing. I'm leaving her with everything.